Welcome to our series of questions and answers from the works of Sri Aurobindo and the Mother. Today, Adoration, Part 3, from Sri Aurobindo. The Divine Eternal is the inhabitant in all existences. He is equal in all, and the equal friend, father, mother, creator, lover, supporter of all creatures. He is the enemy of none, and he is the partial lover of none. None has he cast out, none has he eternally condemned, none has he favored by any despotism of arbitrary caprice. All at last equally come to him through their circlings in the ignorance. But it is only this perfect adoration that can make this indwelling of God in man and man in God a conscious thing and an engrossing and perfect union. Love of the highest and a total self-surrender are the straight and swift way to this divine oneness. To make the mind one with the divine consciousness, to make the whole of our emotional nature one love of God everywhere, to make all our works one sacrifice to the Lord of the worlds, and all our worship and aspiration one adoration of him and self-surrender, to direct the whole self Godwards in an entire union, is the way to rise out of a mundane into a divine existence. This is the Gita's teaching of divine love and devotion, in which knowledge, works, and the heart's longing become one in a supreme unification, a merging of all their divergences, an intertwining of all their threads, a high fusion, a wide, identifying movement. The beginning of the heart's attraction to the divine may be impersonal, the touch of an impersonal joy in something universal or transcendent that has revealed itself directly or indirectly to our emotional or our aesthetic being, or to our capacity of spiritual felicity. That which we thus grow aware of is the Ananda Brahman, the bliss existence. There is an adoration of an impersonal delight and beauty, of a pure and infinite perfection to which we can give no name or form, a moved attraction of the soul to some ideal and infinite presence, power, existence in the world or beyond it, which in some way becomes psychologically or spiritually sensible to us, and then more and more intimate and real. That is the call, the touch of the bliss existence upon us. Then to have always the joy and nearness of its presence, to know what it is, so as to satisfy the intellect and the intuitional mind of its constant reality, to put our passive and, so far as we can manage it, our active, our inner immortal, and even our outer mortal being into perfect harmony with it, grow into a necessity of our living. And to open ourselves to it is what we feel to be the one true happiness, to live into it the sole real perfection. Our experience of it has to be constantly intensified and made more concentrated. Otherwise, we shall only reflect it in the mirror of the imperfect mind, and not reach that point of uplifting and transfiguration by which we are carried beyond the mind into the ineffable bliss. Object of our constant thought and contemplation, it will turn all that is into itself, reveal itself as the universal Ananda Brahman, and make all existence its outpouring. If we wait upon it for the inspiration of all our inner and outer acts, it will become the joy of the divine, pouring itself through us in light and love and power on life and all that lives. Sought by the adoration and love of the soul, it reveals itself as the Godhead. We see in it the face of God and know the bliss of our lover. Tuning our whole being to it, we grow into a happy perfection of likeness to it, a human rendering of the divine nature. And when it becomes, in every way, the self of ourself, we are fulfilled in being, and we bear the plenitude. It is, in fact, by a continual sacrifice or offering, a sacrifice of adoration and aspiration, of works, of thought and knowledge, of the mounting flame of the Godward will, that we build ourselves into the being of this infinite.